Hell, I hope you're having a nice evening, that your day today went well. I thought that today I could do a ramble about some of my favourite things, because there's a few things that I really like, and if you go and look in the about section for my channel, I have a bunch of them listed, but I thought I could do a video talking about them because I really like them. So I've got this here. I've got this copy. Oh man. Right. So I got this copy here that my dad actually gave to me years back. I remember having this game back when I was very little. It's the original copy of Morrowind. Inside has a little fold out. There's an advertisement for some of the other games, and it's got the original CD. It's all scratched though. But I think I have the Creation Kit CD somewhere else. But it's Morrowind, and it is definitely one of my favourite games. I'll admit it is a bit clunky, but that's part of what I enjoy. I enjoy like the aimless wandering. I enjoy the class system. I really massively enjoy the world. Really, the only thing I don't like about it has to be the lack of fast travel. I know it's like a Oblivion fanboy complaint, whatever, but I don't really like it. Well, I played a bit of Oblivion, but like it's yeah, whatever. I really should add fast travel because that would be good. But Morrowind is probably one of my favourite games. The atmosphere of the game is just outstanding. It's the third Elder Scrolls game. You know, Elder Scrolls, which is like Oblivion and Skyrim and whatever the one they're going to come out with later on is. But it's set in Morrowind, on the island of Vardenfell. Morrowind is the homeland of the Dunmer, and Vardenfell is island that has a big volcano in the middle. Anyways, thousands of years before the game takes place, the Dwemer, which are like the dwarves, had this big I can't remember if they uncovered it or whatever. But they found the heart of Lorcan. Lorcan was like sort of like one of the main gods. Well, no, he was like above a god in the Elder Scrolls thing. It's pretty wrong. This is what I'm trying to half remember. But anyways, they found his heart, and they were dicking around with it. And the Dwemer were like, they had these things. They're like tonal architects. So they could make things out of sound. And they're also like great architects in their own right in terms of engineering. Well, the ancestors of the Dunmer are called the Chimer, and they were golden skinned. Anyways, they came down and they were living in peace for ages. The Chimer and the Dwemer. But the Dwemer found the hard look and they started like messing around with it. And they built the Numidium, which is a giant robot. They're going to use it to conquer the world. Or were they? That's the type of Septon used it for. I don't remember what the Dwemer were going to use it for. So anyways, Lord Nerevar and his 3 trusted lieutenants, well, Vec and Vec, I can't remember Sothisiel's name, and Almalexia, I can't remember her name, was like Almas or whatever. She was the wife of Nerevar, and they had Azura as their patron deity, as like the Daedra. Azura was their god, or the Daedra god over them. She was one of 3 3. Um, so anyways, the Chimer went toward the Dwemer to stop them from digging around the heart of Lorcan. And they went to Red Mountain to assault them. And like there was a big battle, and this entire next bit is actually no one really knows exactly what happened, and that's like sort of like a thing where you have to weigh up all the evidence, you have to come to your own conclusion, because the popular story is that the Dwemer and the Chimer were at war, like fighting, but other stories say that like there was one where they were allied with a whole other group, and like there's a bunch of different stories, so you have to decide which one you want. The one I like is the Dwemer and the Chimer were fighting. Anyways, the Dwemer came in, Chimer came in, they were trying to fight the Dwemer, and their Lord Architect, Kraganak, the like chief architect, he was doing experiments on the heart, and during this battle, he did something to it, to the new medium, that essentially wiped the Dwemer out. Not like they died, but they were whisked away to another plane of existence, and it comes into all this really metaphysical shit, like the Godhead, because Tamriel, the entire like Nirn and like place that Elder Scrolls takes place in, is actually the dream of the Godhead who's dead or something, and if he wakes up, everyone dies. I can't remember. And there's a concept that's talked about a lot in Morrowind. They really dropped it in the later games, called Chim. And Chim is essentially realizing, it's essentially becoming aware of the Godhead, and then you sort of ascend to a whole new plane of being. And it's implied that's what happened to Dwemer. So anyways, they all disappeared. Then Vek and Vek, Solthusil, Almalexia, and Dagoth and Nerevar, Indoral Nerevar, all went into the heart of Red Mountain, where I found the heart of Lorcan. I can't quite remember this next bit, but I think I remember the gist of it. Dagoth Nerevar, Almalexia, Solthusil, and Vek and Vek. All of them came in and saw it, they went, oh yeah, okay. So Nerevar, Almalexia, Solthusil, Vek and Vek, they were like, alright, we're gonna go off, we're gonna figure out what this is, we're gonna do like stuff outside first. Or we'll go back like home, we'll figure out what we're gonna do. And I went, okay, Dagoth, you're gonna stay here and watch over the heart. Do not play with it. Don't like experiment with it. Nothing, okay? Like, because the heart of Lorcan had massive untapped power. So he said to Dagoth, don't touch it. And Dagoth was like, yes sir, Sir Nerevar, sir. And yeah, so he stood there and he watched the heart. And this is one of the next bits where you got to figure out what you believe, because some stories say that Dagoth took the power of the heart. Lord Nerevar came back. Dagoth killed Nerevar, and then Almalexia, Vek and Vek, and Solthusil stole power from the heart to empower themselves to defeat Dagoth. That's one of the stories. The interpretation I like to take is that Dagoth watched over the heart diligently. He never touched its power. And then Nerevar came back with his 3 others, and Nerevar's like, okay, no one touched the heart, and I think Solthusil, Vivek, Vec and Vec and Almalexia, they all killed him, all killed Nerevar, and then they took the power of the heart. And they ascended, they became gods. They lost their old names. Whatever Sophisil was called before, he became Sophisil. Whatever Almalexia was before, she became Almalexia. Vec and Vec became Vivek. And they killed Nerevar. And then Dagoth was outraged, like he was pissed off that they murdered his best friend and stole the power of the heart, because he promised that he would not allow anyone to take the power. So he messed around with the heart, and he got a ton of power. The three people, now known as the Tribunal, they came back, they kicked his ass, and he essentially dematerialized out of Nirn. And then oh, what was it? What happened? Right, he like dematerialized out of Nirn, and then he came back. The Tribunal went off into Morrowind, and they essentially became living demigods. And well, Azura like looked upon them. Azura looked upon them all having stolen this power, and she was like, "Hey, I told you not to do that," because Azura's the one who said don't use the power. She told that to Nerevar, and Nerevar passed it on. And she was like, "Hey, you fucked with the power of the heart. I told you not to." So she cursed them. The Chimer took on ashy skin and red eyes and became the Dunmer. Almalexia retained her golden skin as a Chimer. Vivek became like half of each. He right down there became Dunmer on one side, Chimer on the other. Sophisil became Dunmer. I think it's all implied that these are choices they want to make. Like, they could have like avoided these punishments of Azura, but they all took it differently. So yeah, then the Tribunal became one of the leading religions in the area in Morrowind. And like every year they go back to Red Mountains with Hardlaw again, and they'd siphon more power out. And it was always good. They were like incredibly powerful. But then one day they went back to make themselves more powerful. I found Dagoth there, and Dagoth was like really strong because he'd taken time power. And he beat them up. He stopped them from going back to replenish their powers. So instead, they arranged this fence called the Ghost Fence around Red Mountain to prevent anything getting out of it, like anything of Dagoth's getting out of there. And yeah, so they're slowly weakened. They also like went back into their own temples. They used to like go out and do incredible feats all the time, but they stopped doing it because they couldn't afford to do that. And Dagoth slowly made himself more powerful. He spread light storms, which are like a disease he made, which pretty much turned people into zombies. And he would send nightmares to the residents of Morrowind that would turn them into his dreamers. They'd be like half awake, half asleep. And they would like go around talking about it, how they wanted to join the Earth and how other people should join them. And Lord Nerevar, he became subject of a prophecy, which I think Azura made. She made the prophecy that he would reincarnate, and then eventually he would defeat Dagoth and the Tribunal, which is what happens in the game. It says explicitly that would be an Outlander, that's where your character starts off on a boat coming from somewhere else, sent for the Emperor. Um, so she goes in. So your character goes in. You unite all the tribes, unite the great houses, and you wear this ring that Lord Nerva wore. And if you weren't the one like the Nervarine, you would die instantly putting this ring on, and you don't. So it's like, hey, it is Nerva, but actually shows that you aren't the first one. You aren't the first Nervarine to try this. As you adventure through Morrowind, you find a few other Nerva incarnates, and like you find the corpses. I think you find a living one as well. And you talk to him like, oh yeah, yeah. So eventually you, you go and you fight Nerva. Sorry. So eventually you become more powerful. You unite the tribes, you unite the great houses, and you become infected with the blight disease, but you get it cured. So you get all the positive effects of the blight disease, which is things like increased endurance, increased strength, you can't age, and you get it cured by this great mind and one of the last Dwemer, because he was actually off on another plane of reality when all the Dwemer got zero sums, so he remained. When he came back, he didn't disappear. And yeah, so you become incredibly powerful. You collect the 3 tools of Kragenek, the Sunder, Keening, and Wraithguard. And Dagotha is so powerful you can't physically kill him. I think you go in to like the first chamber, you beat him, and then he just rematerializes in the heart chamber, and he taunts you. And eventually, the way you defeat him is you take the 3 tools of Kragnak, and you use them together to strike down the heart of Lorcan, and you keep hitting it. Eventually, you sever the connection to Nern, and Dagotha disappears. Doing that though, you take away the last bits of power that the Tribunal have. So then, the Tribunal expansion is crap. I should have labeled this as spoilers like before I start speaking, shouldn't I? Ah, damn it. Okay, well, spoilers for Tribunal expansion. I don't even feel like the base game to be spoilers anymore. You can kill Vivek, and then Almalexia. You sneak into Clockwork City, which is where Sulphur is. Almalexia is like, I'm actually insane. I killed Sulphur like ages ago, and here's his corpse. And then she tries to kill you, and it's a really tough fight. It's a really cool fight. But Morrowind is also like incredibly alien, and that's what I love about it. It's like a classic RPG, but it's not like a European RPG. It's not a Japanese RPG. It's certainly a Western RPG, but the feel of it is just like otherworldly, but it still feels really rooted, and I just absolutely love it. If you ever get the chance, you should try it. It is a bit hard to get started out. I recommend using a cheat to using console commands to boost your speed. Yeah, it's a ton of fun. I expect this video would be like me talking about like all the different things I like, but it's like 18 minutes. It's 19 minutes now, and I like spent all this time rambling at the background of Morrowind. I still like missed out massive chunks of it. So I guess I'll end this one here, and next time I'll talk about other things I like. Maybe I can make this a series, you know? And I'm gonna make like a shit ton more Morrowind videos. You better believe it. I gotta go pick up the makeup for one, and I'm gonna do like a really cool one. You're not gonna believe it. But yeah, I guess end it here. Thanks for listening to our ramble, and hope that your night's going well and you sleep really well too, please. Bye bye.